The Anglo Saxons. The Roman army left the Britain in AD 410 to defend other parts of the Roman Empire and never returned. The Britain was again invaded by tribes from northern Europe and the Jutes, the Angles, and the Saxon. The language they spoke are basically the modern day English. Battles were fought against these invaders, but by about AD 600, the Anglo Saxon kingdom was established in Britain, and their kingdoms were mainly in what is now known as England. The burial place of one of the kings was at Sutton Hoo in modern Suffolk, and this king was buried with treasure and armor, all placed in a ship, which was then covered by a mound of earth. Parts of the west of the Britain, including much of what is known as Wales and Scotland, remained free of Anglo-Saxon rule. The Anglo-Saxons were not Christians when they first came to Britain, but during the period missionaries came to Britain to preach about Christianity. Missionaries from Ireland spread the religion to north, and the most famous of these was St. Patrick's, who would become the patron saint of Ireland. And St. Columba, who founded the monastery on the island of Oana off the coast of what's known as Scotland. St. Augustine led missionaries from Rome who spread the Christianity to south, and St. Augustine became the first Archbishop of Canterbury. And the Church of Britain today. Romans did not suddenly leave Britain, but in fact, after 350 years of Roman rule, all Britons thought of themselves as Romans. However, by early 400s, most soldiers had been taken to Europe by generals trying to make themselves emperors and were never replaced since the Roman Empire could not protect them. The Romano-Britons declared independence from the empire, and due to lack of reliable evidence, experts disagree on the exactly when independence came about in AD 409 or 10. The Britons apparently expelled the empire's officials, and then in AD 410, when the barbarians sacked the city of Rome itself, the emperor Honorius may have written to tell the Britons to look after their own defense. Certainly, at about this time, the Britons ceased to be a part of Roman Empire. According to legends, Hengist and Horsa kept demanding more money and land from Vortigern. When they did not get them, they decided to conquer England for themselves and bring allies from Saxons' homeland to help them. And there is historical evidence that about AD 420, large number of Saxons, Jutes, and Angles advanced into eastern and southeastern England. In one of the writings from France, it was believed that the Saxons conquered the whole country at this time. Thought that the war is not yet true, otherwise reported widespread attacks and massacres by Saxons. Archaeology shows that Roman-style civilized life in southeast England ended abruptly about now. In about 446, the Roman Britons desperately appealed for help to the Roman generals Aetius, who was fighting in France, and they claimed that the barbarians drive us to the sea, but the sea drive us back to the barbarians. Between these two kind of death, we are either killed or drowned by the barbarians. They probably meant that the Saxons, but they might have meant Pickets and the Irish as well. This fleet was called as the Groans of Britain. However, the Roman generals was too busy fighting Italia the Hun to send help, and Britons had to manage alone. This war was probably the last time they appealed for Roman help. Thank you.